The Season 2 finale is a gripping tale on the psychological effects of trauma and an exploration of morality. Cliffhangers and future directions. The episode ends with several cliffhangers, including the introduction of Abby's perspective, which is set to be a major focus in Season 3. This shift in perspective is a significant departure from the game and sets up the next chapter of the story. Okay, let's move further. The emotional aquarium confrontation is a well-executed scene that ups the trauma and tragedy. Brief moments like Ellie and Jesse's reconciliation provide moving glimpses of hope. Elements of the WLF and Seraphite's war can be confusing and distracting. It's hard to follow the heartbreakingly beautiful and emotional performances we saw in last week's flashback episode of The Last of Us. Pedro Pascal and Bella Ramsey brought their A-plus game as this episode revealed the ups and downs of Joel and Ellie's relationship over the last few years, right up until the night before Joel died. And yet, despite this episode arguably being the best of the season finale still manages to take us on a devastating wild ride. Back in Seattle, Dina, Isabella Merced, and Jesse, young Mazzino, deal with the aftermath of getting caught up in the war between the WLF and the Seraphites. While they wait for Ellie to catch back up with them, they deal with Dinah's arrow to the leg, and Jesse gets her all patched up. Even though emotions are high, they are still able to have a touching moment together. And it's clear that the two still care about each other, even if their feelings are no longer romantic. The most emotionally charged moment of The Last of Us Season 2 finale occurs in the aquarium. It has more meaningful impact and shock compared to the incident with Nora. There is the helplessness because it's an accident, but the lack of action and urgency can weigh even more. It's more difficult to manage the guilt when the victim is an innocent, particularly when you make no effort to help. The scene is a deviation from the source material, but makes it so much more traumatic and, in a way, tragic. The backdrop of the episode is an impending war between the wolves and the scars. If the show follows the video game, the battle will be more significant next season. So, The Last of Us tries to pave the way for the future dropping seeds here and there. Unfortunately, if you only watch the series, these detours can be distracting and confusing. One instance has Ellie completely sidetracked during her voyage to the aquarium. It's an odd choice that feels unnecessary and clumsy. The only purpose seems to indicate the start of the war. The ending makes you go through a wide range of feelings. The Jackson crew is one big family, so it's touching that Ellie and Jesse can resolve their differences. It's not overly schmaltzy, but an understanding that is appropriate for the pair. The sense of security is only short-lived with the reemergence of Abby, who makes her presence felt. The closing moments are a good transition, shifting the focus and preparing to follow her journey. The Season 2 finale is a gripping tale on the psychological effects of trauma and an exploration of morality. Watch more interesting news and updates from the entertainment world on The Gossip Bakery.